Hello and good afternoon. Here is the news at 4. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu flags off reintroduction of environmental monthly sanitation campaign. National Parents Teachers Association of Nigeria calls for sanctions against culprits of school building collapse in Plateau State. On the 14th, former United States President Donald Trump urges Americans to stand united after assassination attempt. And in sports, Nigeria's table tennis star Ofyong Edem arrives Germany training camp ahead Olympic Games. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has flagged off awareness programs ahead of the proposed reintroduction of the monthly sanitation. Governor Sanwo-Olu stated that 200,000 waste bins and different colors of refuse bags for sorting will be distributed to households across the state. He enjoined the youth, women, men, elderly, school children, and all stakeholders to collaborate with the government to kickstart, sensitize, create awareness, and embrace cleanliness of their environment at all times.
To announce and using Lagos Island, our two local government, Lagos Island and Lagos Island East, as a form of advocacy that we will push around the entire state on our plan to ensure that we begin a collective process of ensuring that the cleanliness in our environment is important, is paramount, and is something that every citizen must be aware.
Governor Sanwo-Olu, who frowned at the level of environmental infractions on Lagos Island, especially removal of manholes on roads, said the Ministries of Works and Infrastructure and Environment and Water Resources will set up a gang to monitor the environment.
The environment and the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure are going to be setting up gangs. And if by whatever means you are caught, there are huge consequences to it. But beyond that, it's also for us to use this occasion to announce and using Lagos Island, our two local government, Lagos Island and Lagos Island East, as a form of advocacy that we will push around the entire state.
While admonishing residents of Lagos Island to support government in ensuring a cleaner environment at all times, Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, urged the leaders, community development associations, and community development committees to join the government in ensuring safe, flood-free, and sustainable environment. It challenged all agencies under the ministry to rejig their activities and synergize to make renewed efforts on the environment a success.
It's our belief that this initiative, when it fully commences and we wrap up the advocacy and awareness, will ensure that flooding is reduced drastically to the barest minimum for the good people of Lagos State. And like the governor and the people have always said, we can't continue to believe the ostrich and claim global warming is not real.
Our correspondent Adiola Akindele quotes Governor Sanwo-Olu as saying that for the next 2 Saturdays, the advocacy and awareness programs on environmental sanitation will be taken across the state. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has pledged his administration's commitment towards sustainable, eco-friendly initiatives and planting of 5,000 trees within the next 1 year. Governor Sanwo-Olu made the pledge at a Lagos State Tree Planting Day event with the theme Nurture Our Future, held at the Lagos House Marina. The governor called for more collaborations from the private sector to increase tree planting to about 25,000 in 1 year and stressed the need to take conversations around climate change to all residents of the state to protect the earth, environment, and curb the surge of climate change.
is we're going to come up with a grant, a support, so that it can organically grow within the community, and we can believe that it's only when we put these things in the right places, people can nurture them, people can watch over them, and we can see these trees, being grown in different parts of our city. And I believe that the city is not overbuilt, that they still cannot receive 25,000, 50,000 trees in the next 1 year.
Earlier in his opening remarks, Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokumba Wahab, who noted that the state government has embarked on various interventions to protect the environment, urged residents to own the environment, desist from improper waste disposal, indiscriminate cutting of trees, blockage of drainage channels, and all other acts that are against the sanctity of the environment.
Our ministry will continue to implement policies and programs that promote environmental sustainability and resilience. However, we cannot do it alone. I call upon every Lagosian to join us in this endeavor. Please, at least plant one tree in your lifetime. Nurture it and watch it grow. Teach your children and adults the importance of environmental stewardship.
The General Manager, Lagos State Parks and Gardens Agency, Adetun Popola, said the state government is committed to planting 5,000 trees with the expectation to get corporate organizations and the private sector to plant 2,000 trees in 1 year. Highlight of the event was the presentation of certificates of tree planting to the governor, Sanwo-Olu, and his wife, Ibijoke, the deputy governor, Bafemi Hamzat, and his wife, Olufemi, as well as other stakeholders. Our correspondent, Adeola Akinele, reports that the tree planting was carried out simultaneously across all the local government and local council development areas of the state. Lagos Force has forestalled an outbreak of epidemic in Ekpe area of the state, where dozens of cartons filled with contaminated turkey seized by the Nigerian Customs Service and set ablaze at a dump site somehow found its way into the hands of unscrupulous elements trying to sell it to members of the public. Following tip-offs from a member of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Rashid Shabi, and the Oloja of Ekpe, Kamordin Animation, the officials of the Lagos State Task Force swung into action and raided the shanties close to the dump site and apprehended 8 suspects with some of the contaminated turkeys and some harmful weapons. Speaking on the incident, Animation commended the Lagos State Task Force on its swift response to the incident, which, if left unchecked, could result in nationwide epidemic. He admonished the Nigerian Customs Service to seek the support of sister agencies like the police, military, DSS, and LOMA when carrying out exhibit burning exercise to avoid official compromise and ensure the confiscated goods are thoroughly burned beyond recovery by miscreants in the community. Chairman of the agency, Adetayo Akerele, who led the operation, said that goods confiscated by the Nigerian Customs Service must have failed at some point to meet the required health and safety standards before being deemed unfit for human consumption, which led to it being set ablaze at a dedicated dump site. And now to the rest of the stories. The National Parents Teachers Association of Nigeria, NAPTAN, has called for tough measures against culprits of school building collapse. President of NAPTAN, Aruna Danjuma, stated this on the heels of the school building collapse that occurred in Jos Metropolis on Friday. Danjuma expressed shock over the incident that led to the deaths of innocent children writing their examinations. He also expressed concerns on how the proprietors of the school got approval for the construction of the building without due diligence. Danjuma underscored the need for government agencies to get involved in the construction of learning facilities, be it public or private schools. He charged regulatory authorities such as the Universal Basic Education Commission to live up to their mandate and make use of the established laws to regulate school owners. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has congratulated Nduka Obaigbena CON on the occasion of his 65th birthday. Governor Sanwo-Olu described Obaigbena as a steadfast media investor and contributor to the growth and development of the state. The governor said the celebrant has, through his various media platforms, provided employment for thousands of journalists, writers, and broadcasters in the country. He wishes Obaigbena long life in good health and prosperity. And now to foreign news. Former United States President Donald Trump has called on Americans to stand united after the assassination attempt during an electoral rally in Pennsylvania. Trump stated this in his new post after he was injured in an attempted assassination at a rally on Saturday. He said it was shot in the ear, describing a bullet ripping through his skin. Also, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, has named the gunman as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, noting that he was shot and killed by the Secret Service. FBI said it was surprising that the attacker was able to open fire. Meanwhile, the Oversight Committee in the United States Congress has summoned the Secret Service director, saying Americans demand answers. And now, sports. Nigerian table tennis star Ofyong Edem has announced her arrival in Germany for the final preparation for the 2024 Olympic Games starting on July 26 in Paris, France. She competed for Nigeria at the 2004, 2012, 2016 and 2020 Summer Olympics and will be going for her fifth, leaving her in sheer ecstasy. Edem qualified for Paris 2024 after she put up an impressive performance at the African qualifying tournament at the BK Arena in Kigali, Rwanda. She secured a hard-fought 4-2 semi-final victory against Tunisia's Fadwa Gassi to seal a spot in France alongside Olajide Omotayo, who outclassed Congo-Brazzaville's Sahid Idou 4-0. And that's all for the news at 4. Just before we go in, ensure you make use of your seatbelt while driving. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, on YouTube. Subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration provided 450,000 pupils with e-learning devices? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has flagged off awareness programs ahead the proposed reintroduction of the monthly sanitation. The National Parents Teachers Association of Nigeria has called for tough measures against corporates of school building collapse. We also told you that former United States President Donald Trump has called on Americans to stand united after the assassination attempt during an electoral rally in Pennsylvania. And in sports, Nigerian table tennis star Ofyong Edem has announced her arrival in Germany for the final preparation for the 2024 Olympic Games starting on July 26 in Paris, France. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon.